Hello everyone and welcome to the program. Today is 7 Politics. I am Austin Beatrice Sinner. Well, the APC and its manifesto, recently the candidate of the ruling All Progressive Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, released a manifesto tagged Renew Hope. Renew Hope. But despite the demand by most Nigerians for the release of that manifesto, because of course it kind of intimates Nigerians to to be familiar with what that candidate will be able to do, his strategies that he would delineate out for performing and the challenges, of course, tackling challenges that are facing the country. But this manifesto seems to have raised reactions by most Nigerians, while some analysts have said that the manifesto doesn't depict the reality that it projects in that, it doesn't depict reality that it projects actually in that 80-page document. But these are some of the issues we're going to be talking today. Joining me in the program is a member of the All Progressive Ruling Congress, Mr. Mohammed Shafi. Mr. Mohammed, thanks for joining in the program.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you very much.
I must appreciate you for, within quick notice, you just honored that invitation. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's get straight to what is happening in the country. Let me first get your take on, of course, the recent move by the CBN to redesign the Naira note. It has raised controversy. Some persons have said, why now? But the CBN also have given their own take as regards to that. They talked about money hoarding. They talked about vote buying in the coming election. But let me get you. What is your thought on it?
Yeah, for me, I think it's at a good point and at the same time in the right direction. And the reason is very simple. I think maybe if you look at it critically, this issue of kidnapping is also one of the issues.
It's part of the issues they raise as well.
Yes, because if you look at millions and billions of naira is out now from the banks and then kept somewhere outside the vicinity of society. And then the most important thing is that we are looking for a way, you understand, to recover that money back to the system, or alternatively, you understand, to hook on those people who are actually holding those money outside the system. Now, if you look at it, if you look at this example issue of kidnapping now, you understand the issue. By the time we redesign this new Naira note, definitely whether they like it or not, is for them to forfeit those money or to return them back. Now, returning them back, you understand, on the process of returning them back, definitely there's tendency for the security agencies, you understand, to detect most of them and then apprehend most of them. So it's very, very critical. The same thing with politics too. In politics, you see what is actually happening, vote buying and other things, that's happening all across the world. Most of the politicians right now, if you look at it, they have their money, they kept it at home or whatsoever. They're just waiting for the time, you understand, so that they can bring out those money. You understand? But the most important thing, at the time that CBN strategized and then release this their redesigning of Naira note, definitely most of them may have no choice. It's rather for them to return back the money into the account, or, you understand, to forfeit it.
All right, of course, money politics is one of the reasons that the CBN gave. Let me chip in that. Don't you think it's going to have money politics is part of Nigerian politics?
Exactly.
And of course, money play a key role in the Nigerian kind of politics. In fact, every politics are even across the globe. But don't you think this will affect some of the candidates? Let me even bring in your party.
For us, I don't think it's going to be an issue. Because we are strategizing, you understand, our system by actually having a group, campaign groups, you know, and those campaign groups definitely they will work extremely harder, you understand, to make sure that, you understand, they convince, you understand, the voters, so that the voters can actually vote for us. For us, without Naira, definitely we will get there.
But will it affect other candidates?
Well, I can't speak for other parties for now.
All right.
Definitely, they just have to come and defend themselves here.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk about your party manifesto. A lot of criticism have followed that since the release of that manifesto. What is it about Renew Hope? You read what Dele Momodu said, that it's kind of a copy and paste, of course, saying it is what more of the manifesto of 1993, MK Abiola, so it's more like a copy and pasting. And a lot of analysts also have come out to say it doesn't depict reality. The figures that are stated there, the models that are delineated there doesn't depict a reality. What is your take on that? For me,
our expectation is for people to hold on, you understand, and give us the vote, and then they will see definitely different changes. Let me just give you an example. I happen to be a national coordinator I am going to speak on behalf of the youth. You understand what I'm saying? I happen to be part of one of the national coordinators campaign group, and then I'm telling you categorically, based on our manifesto, there's a place where His Excellency, you understand, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, stated that critically he's going to work for the youth and then the issue of sport and entertainment. Now, there is something that I wanted to establish here so that people will understand what we wanted to put in place. We are not going to copy and paste. This is all about reality. Let me just give you an insight. We are going to introduce what is called a financing. How are we going to introduce financing? Financing means, let me just give you an example. We have what is called a sport financing, education financing, you understand, and then entertainment financing. Never ever in this country, by the grace of God, you have ever had anybody establishing a bank called National Sport Bank. Have you ever had that? You have never had what is called National Sport Bank or National Educational Bank. You have never heard of that. You understand what I'm saying now? And you have never heard of anything called National Entertainment Bank. The reason why we're going to...
So hold on. You're going to build a bank.
Yes.
For instance, a sport bank.
Yes.
An entertainment bank.
Yes. And then education.
Part of what people have raised complaint about, they are saying, what is there looks like, more like a written, easier said than done. And that what he is saying, because the question keep coming, how?
It's very simple. We are going to sign a bill to the National Assembly for them to produce, to look at it critically, and then make sure that if what we send to them is okay, you understand, definitely we assent to it, and then it will be useful. It will be useful to all Nigerians. Let me tell you one simple thing: the money belongs to everybody. Do you understand? You can see in this very dispensation they introduced what's called social intervention fund. But during our process, by the grace of God, come next year, we are not going to introduce. We are not going to stop what social intervention is doing, but we are going to enhancement in terms of what, by introducing what is called financing, as I'm telling you, education financing, entertainment financing, sport financing. And the reason is very, very simple. 60% of Nigeria, let me tell you, if you look at it critically, believe me, whether you like it, in every home, you must have somebody who is talent in these three aspects: education, entertainment, or sport. So,
Mr. Shafi, yes, money will be needed to do all of this.
Exactly. How?
Are you aware of, the Nigerian debt profile right now?
Yeah.
Hitting almost 60 billion. 60 trillion.
Are you aware of
it? Are you aware of
I'm aware.
issue of fuel subsidy, of course, hitting in trillions of naira?
Yes. Are you aware of United States too? The debt on United States today?
No, as for debt, we're talking about
that is the system. Every country in this world have debt on them. The reason is that this is the process. The World Bank is there for you. You understand? You utilize the system. You understand, and pay them back. No any other country in this world. If United States, and just give you an example, you understand, have debt on them. Who else? Who is Nigeria? So I'm telling you today, you understand, the most important is that we are going to use, even if there's debt on us, you understand, we are going to source for money or funds elsewhere, you understand, to make sure that you understand the human resources, because we realize that the human resources, you understand, in Nigeria were actually abundant. And that's why we wanted to raise a question where we are going to make sure that we fulfill that gap, so that every human being in Nigeria, you understand, have something to, you understand, to rely on.
Mr. Shafi, your candidate said he's going to take away fuel subsidy.
Yeah.
Nigerians are asking how.
Yeah, I don't need to tell you that.
Let me get. Okay, well, if he said he's going to take away fuel subsidy, that means your party support the removal of fuel subsidy.
They support it.
You support it.
I support it.
But the question is how? How is he going to do that?
Yes, as an expert in the system, he is there before. He was able to manage Lagos State, you understand, and at the same time, as a businessman, good, I'm telling you, working with expert, because I'm telling you the kind of system that we are going to use, you understand, we are going to bring in expert that we are going to work with, so that they can definitely give us an advice, you understand, on the way forward. And I'm telling you, Jagaban, let me tell you, definitely Jagaban, every aspect of problems in this country, and we are going to get to the destination.
Okay, are you saying that your candidate is not competent enough?
It's competent, 100%.
Why is it not, honoring interviews by, stations like this? Of course, platforms. There is even fear that he might not come for the November debate, 15th of November. Of course, debate has been slated for presidential candidate on the 15th. Nigerians, there are fear that he might not even. In fact, he has said categorically that he's not going to attend any interview. Why is he not attending interview?
No.
And then we also saw that in the meeting that was held in Lagos, I think last 2 days or yesterday, where he gathered business community, key stakeholder in the country. Most of the questions that were being raised, he was not the one answering them. Doesn't that speak volume to incompetence course, Nigerians are demanding to know that.
No, in politics today, we are moving from analog. You understand? We're moving to digital. What I mean by digital is that in every aspect, in every department, you must source for people who are very, very good, who can definitely give you the results.
No, I'm talking about, asking your candidate a direct question, and then he doesn't get to answer those questions, that people are answering that for him.
That's what I'm saying. You understand? As a presidential aspirant, you have every right, you understand, to source for people who are experts in that field, you understand? Because definitely you can't have it all. You can't have it all, because definitely, even if you're president, you need to get ministers, you understand, on your behalf. You understand what I'm trying to say? Who can be able to support you and then get the information out, you understand, for people to understand. So it's not as if he doesn't want to. He has been in Kano, he has been in so many places, you understand, doing campaign. If somebody can campaign, definitely, why not answering a small interview? You understand what I'm saying? But what he's trying to tell Nigerians, you understand, well,
no, but the question is why. Why is he not honoring interview session? Did
7TV ever invited him? Please invite him, and we're going to give you a surprise. Mohammed Shafi, will bring Chakaban to this very studio.
Mr. Shafi, let me ask you this.
Yes.
You heard of the allegation, of course, it trailed, few days ago on the removal of the INEC chairman.
Okay.
And of course, the use of beavers. Is your party in support of the use of beavers?
If we're not in support of beavers, who gave them the money to even buy the beavers from the beginning? I think still APC we are the one in charge up to now.
But you heard of the allegations that your party is fronting the use of, not to use beavers for the 2023 election.
This is what is called political propaganda, and it's everywhere. So definitely we should expect it. So the opposition are actually using that against us.
Is the beavers going to favor your party?
It's not even a favor reason. Let me tell you, it's all about facts and figures. And by the grace of God, we are going to use it, and we are going to win successfully.
You are going to win the 2023 election.
By the grace of God.
What is your greatest fear? What is your greatest fear against in the election? If probably what is that party that seems to be a threat to your party?
For now, we don't have a threat, because already we have spoken. We said Alhaji Abubakar Atiku should step down. Emi Loko. This is not his time.
Why should he step down?
Somebody has spent 8 years in Asorok. Is that any? Did you have a bag of dollars in the Asorok that you left that you want to go and pick? Your
candidate also, people have said that he was the one who played a major key in bringing in this incumbent government, and then also he has been in, because in your manifesto he talked about Lagos State as he's going to replicate what he did in Lagos State in Nigeria, and people are afraid of that because they say he's a dictator. How is it true?
How can you become a dictator while you have about 774 local government, and you have members of your reps, and you have senators? Do you think it's going to be possible? That's been the Senate. What's the duty of Senate President and what's the duty of Speaker of the House of Reps? It can't be wrong. You can't detect in democracy. It's not possible. You can't detect. And we have so many parties. You understand that we're thinking, because this election is all about individual, not party.
Quickly, I'm going to ask you a few questions. We're running behind time.
Okay.
Why should Nigerians vote for your candidate? That's one. And secondly, why should Nigerians vote for your candidate? Yeah,
we are going to bring hope to Nigerian youths. I'm telling you, and every home, by the grace of God, will definitely see the success, you understand, and the betterment of what my able president definitely will bring to Nigerians. And by the grace of everybody will see the joy, because it's going to be a kind of not a short time planning. It's going to be a kind of a long time planning for every Nigerian, you understand, to see, and then at the same time, you understand, to enjoy, you understand, by the grace of God. So definitely, I ask all Nigerians definitely to go for my able candidates, so that by the grace of God, every home and every Nigerian youth will have a smile in his face. Well, Nigerians will decide come May 25th, 2023, as regards who will be the president of the country. That's all we can take for the program today. Thanks for staying with us. I am Austin Beatrice.